Welcome everybody to the book launch for Elizabeth O Ogunmodede. It's such a pleasure to celebrate Elizabeth. I celebrate her often because she is such a wonderful, prolific poet. Welcome everybody. I'm so excited. I have chill bumps. Elizabeth is like everybody's daughter. We all want to have her in our family. But the proud person here who can claim truly her as his blood daughter is Richard. And Richard, I don't see you, but I know you're there. So anyway, you're going to hide behind the candor for a minute. But anyway, but welcome everybody. We're so glad to celebrate Elizabeth. And I have to give you a little bit of history, of course. Started with Elizabeth with her book, Ladder to the Top. And we had so much fun with that and did a lot of unique creative things, including publishing two books in one, so to speak. And so we have an educational version for the children in Nigeria to be able to study. And then we have the community version, which we added poetry. So it's just wonderful how that all kind of turned out. And Gurpreet, I see you have your hand raised. Did you have something you wanted to share? Okay, maybe that was a supportive hand raise then, but welcome everybody. I would encourage you in the chat to write some encouraging comments for Elizabeth. I always give the chat to the feature poet after a launch because it's nice to see all the kind things that people are saying about you later on after everything's kind of calmed down and after all the excitement of a launch. It's nice to see all the kind notes that people have to say. We are going to go ahead and get started with the readings. And when you do your reading, I would encourage you to offer your, praise and compliments as well as we go through. And maybe share a little bit about how you know Elizabeth and what you think about all of this that's going on. This is so exciting. But I'm going to start with Jill. I believe you're our first presenter.
I am thrilled to be here. It's been 6 months since I've been on social media, and I cannot imagine a happier opportunity than to celebrate someone who, if you know me, you know Elizabeth. I love her. I love her family, and that goes for Tim as well. We are incredibly proud to have been a part of Elizabeth's journey so far. And she'll continue to branch out with her writing and her goals. And as we all know, the world is waiting for her. She is a shining example. I'm very, very happy to be here. And I'd like to share a poem that was a gift from Elizabeth to me. I don't have it memorized. It is in this beautiful new book, and it is called Sweet Memories. And yes, I cried when I read it the first time, but I'm going to try to be a bit calmer as I read it this morning. Sweet memories. I have found my oasis, my rainbow in stormy clouds, a precious gem to be cherished. I have found the feather to my cap, a woman with a fine soul, a fair lady whose inks are priceless. I have secured a strong bond with an angel who is hours away. Our love grows with each passing sec. Our time zones are unseen barriers in our journey of love and life. I feel the beat of her heart. The sonorous sound of her laughter resounds in my ears like a tinkling bell. She is more than a friend, much more than a sister poet. I have felt her care, showers of sweet love that I hope I shall someday return. I have felt her pains shared in her treasured moments. I pray that joy remains her companion. In years to come, when she is no more, I shall happily view our shared photos, collages to ignite precious memories. This special soul will be immortalized. She is a being never to be forgotten, a woman with a heart of gold, the flower I hold firm, not in the wind. Thank you, Elizabeth, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And Jill is the writer of You Are the Poem. She was actually one of my first authors, and Elizabeth wrote a wonderful dedication in that book as well. Thank you, Jill, very much.
My pleasure.
And next we have Zan Johns. And Zan,
Hello.
I would ask everyone else if they could go on mute. That way, only the picture will come up on the screen of the person who's talking, so I can see the speaker. Let me go ahead. I'll just go ahead and make sure everybody's muted. 1 second. Okay, Zan, jump in. Thank you.
And I'm ready to jump. Congratulations, Elizabeth. And I'm honored to be able to read one of your amazing poems. I think of you as an earthly phenomena. You are bright, you are brilliant, you're everything. And those of us in the US, we remember where we were when President Kennedy was shot, when Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. I got to tell you, I remember exactly where I was the first time I heard this brilliant poet's voice. We were at an open mic. Elizabeth and her father were there. She read her first expression, and my heart melted. I thought, who is this? Who is this star? I knew it then. That was almost 3 years ago. I've been a fan from day one. I thank you, Jill, for introducing us to Elizabeth. Um, I wrote a review for her last book. I have all her books. I want the world to have all of her books. I can't say enough. So I'm going to share a poem from The Beauty of Words. It's titled A Life Well Spent. When my sunshine is gone, when nothing but its ghost hovers over me, when I am gray and wrinkled, what would become of me? When I am but an ordinary old lady whose fingers can grip the pen no more, whose thoughts shall be deemed priceless, what would I do? While I am gay and bright, when I am full of inspiration, when I write for the world to relish, wishing to be called legendary, would my dreams see the light of day? With much passion and pride, I wind up works of splendid lines, wishing to the known around the globe, wanting a fulfilled life when I am aged, when all my dreams come true, when the world appreciates my works, when I am deemed successful, then will I have happiness. Wonderful feats of mine shall bring me joy. When my sunshine is gone, when nothing but its ghost hovers over me, when I am gray and wrinkled. Elizabeth, it's going to be a long time before you are gray and wrinkled, but I'm going to tell you, you are legendary right now. You are wise beyond years. We're blessed to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zan. And Zan's most recent book is Encore. I'm very proud of this book. Okay, Robert Bradley, you're the next star of the show.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think trying to set up a poetry group, I was really interested in uh, having a really eclectic group, but an international flavor, and that's where I ran across Elizabeth. And I got to tell you, I was blown away with how young she was. To be honest with you, I couldn't believe. I think at that time, I think she already had 3 books under her credit, and I was like, wow. And then I think she did some videos, I believe, and I saw her reading, and I saw a sparkle in her eyes that just kind of just it just resonated with me, and it brightened my whole day. I just couldn't believe the passion that she had, and I think it kind of made me pause a little bit and think, what if I must have lost something here because I don't have the same kind of passion. So it challenged me. It challenged me as an individual. She's a guardian of the quill. She's in both volumes, volume 1 and 2. Volume 2 hasn't been printed yet. Very select poet in my group, and my mom and I both just think the world of her. And I don't know of anybody, honestly, that has a negative word to say about her. She's got a pristine reputation. She's just a brilliant poet. And having said that, I'm in Virginia, and I believe she still hasn't given up thought about coming to Virginia for her studies. So I'm hopeful that she'll pick Virginia. And so I decided to do the reading, A Sight of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I want to read from the book. And I've got your other book, Elizabeth. I haven't, it hasn't come yet, but it should be here anytime. But what she says was, "Dear reader, ever been to the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia? Here's a tribute to this natural paradise. Please enjoy the poem. I have been there, and I can tell you it is breathtaking." And what a beautiful picture that she picked, too. A Sight of the Blue Ridge Mountains is the title of this poem. What wouldn't I give to see this place of serenity, to enjoy and delight in the beauty of Mother Earth? Mountains shrouded in bluish haze, calling me from a distance. There's much to do in this place. I've been enchanted by all the fun. Let's hike to the top of the mountains to watch the sunset. It's my favorite time of the day. Let's enjoy the crisp and cool of the waters in midnight hold. Behind the waterfall, I'll walk, pleased with the sight of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I'm awful proud of you, Elizabeth. You're just a brilliant ambassador for poetry.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Robert.
From Tremendous Work. Beautiful book.
It is a beautiful book.
Sarfraz, you're next.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Elizabeth. And congratulations on your fantastic book. I'm going to tell you a story of... Hi, Richard. Hi. I'm going to tell you a story of how I met Elizabeth. And like Zan, and we might have been in the same open mic, to be honest. And we came across Elizabeth. And it was really interesting because she was with, I can see Richard on the screen, to be honest, but she was with her dad and they were together. But this a very small voice came out and spoke her poetic words to the world. And like many of us in that open mic, I think we were taken back by how positive and enlightening she really, really was.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
All right, fantastic. Good, good, good. Okay, great. So that's when we first met Elizabeth. And the interesting thing is, with Elizabeth, she is one of those prolific writers and a great talents. And, you know, when I tell people, oh, she's 16 or this is her age, this is what she's done, people cannot believe it. You know, once in a lifetime comes someone like Elizabeth. Now, what I want to share, and I put some of this in chat, I was actually blessed to be asked to write the foreword to her book, Beauty of Words, and I contributed to her tremendous words as well. So I want to read a little bit of the foreword, just a rare glimpse. Elizabeth possesses a rare gift that completely immerses the reader as she weaves such beautiful stories that will lift you, take you to a world that you have not known. Having been mentored by US poetess Jill Sharon Kimmelman, who supported her and introduced her to a global audience. To read her poetry fills you with optimism and hope. This collection of poetry is a masterpiece of literature. Thank you. Okay, so this book is amazing. I'm so glad it's doing really well. I've promoted it, and I would encourage everyone in this fantastic book launch to spread the word. Let's show the world that there is a great gift out there, and we have some great poetry. I'm going to read Fantasy of Colors. Beauty lies in the delight of life, in the goodness that enchants our eyes, that which captures our hearts and brightens our faces. Beauty lies in the vibrant hues of ripe mangoes that drip from our chins, in the rich pink of the queen of fruits, in the blue of creamy bananas, in the red of spicy chili. Beauty lies in the vibrant hues of the golden sun with warm rays, in the dazzling green of fresh grasses. In your garden, in the clear color of refreshing rain on a hot summer's day, in the brown of earth. Beauty lies in the vibrant hues of precious gems that astonishes, in the stunning green of emerald, in the inviting blue of sapphire, in the shining yellow of gold. Beauty lies in vibrant hues that illuminates the room, in the maroon of your favorite couch, in the distant colors of your favorite portrait, in the colors, lights on the special festive night. Can you tell me about beauty? Beauty without colors. Thank you. And just want to say, Elizabeth, you deserve this. You deserve success. We are blessed to have you among us, and I am really, really honored and humbled to have you to have me as part of your network and someone who can be there. And like Jill, we are all your mentors. We are all your family. And, you know, if you ever need us, just reach out to us. And wish you
Thank
all the
you so
best.
much. Thank you,
Have a
Mr.
great day.
Safran. Thank you.
Thank you, Safran.
It's all right. Bless you.
Your latest book, Pardon Me, You're Stepping on a Poet. So I just want to
Wonderful. That book is doing really well. Thank you, Lisa.
I've heard wonderful things about it, and I haven't had a chance to actually read it, but I have it.
Yeah, and some great reviews and some again, it's the US audience that have taken me to the heart. So thank you very much. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, brilliant.
Safraz, and I love your forward in the book. Thank you for doing that. That's an act of love when you write forward and the back cover and actually I would be remiss on that because Jill wrote the back cover blurb for The Beauty of Words.
Yeah, Jill wrote the back and I wrote the forward.
Yeah,
yeah.
I wrote the forward. So lots of love wrapped in this book from front to back.
Oh wow, it's a beautiful book. I was honored.
Wonderful dedication. Appreciate you. Okay, Kay Bradley, you're next. You have to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. When I first met Elizabeth online, and I knew her age, I thought, well, she's looking for someone to be her mentor. And it wasn't long until I realized that she is a very accomplished poet, and she is an inspiration to all of us. So she, in many ways, has become our mentor as well. I spent many years working in social justice. And to me, Elizabeth epitomizes everything I believe about the celebration of diversity. It's not about tolerance of each other, it's about the celebration of each of our lives, that we're all part of the same universe. And I'm very pleased to be able to read her poem about memories of the Titanic. This tale of tragedy still lives on over a century. It fills my heart with grief at every recalling of the woeful memories. It pulls tears from my eyes when I watch John Cameron's retelling of the heart-wrenching story. When I listen to Ceylon Dion's My Heart Will Go On, there is so many emotions on my mind. I know that my tears will go on for the many lost souls lost, the vulnerable poor who died in absolute woe of class segregation. Even the richest of the wealthy couldn't buy them survival as they sunk into the freezing sea where death awaited them. To lead a tour of the afterlife, the Titanic set me back on memory lane. Its implosion leaves me with an option than to mourn this great damage that leaves a mystery in my mind. Could this be an uprising beyond science? Absolutely brilliant, Elizabeth. And my deepest admiration goes out to you. If you ever need me, I am only at your beck and call.
Thank you so much, Mom Kay. Thank you very much. I love your reading. Thank you.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Next, we have Cheryl J. Jackson. And Cheryl wrote the actual one of the reviews that we put inside the book. And I'm so honored that she took the time to do this and wrote this beautiful review. So Cheryl, you're next. Let's see.
Cheryl, you're muted.
Yeah, what did you do to unmute? Okay, you're still muted. There you go.
I've been trying to recall how I know Elizabeth, and for the life of me, don't remember. I know that I'm a huge fan and I support Elizabeth. I always have. And then she has so many different projects. And my sister and I actually did an interview with Elizabeth on author lifestyle. But prior to that, I knew Elizabeth. I just can't recall how I knew her. And I'm so happy for her. And this is a very exciting time for her. And she's a tremendous talent. And I want the best for her. And I hope she enjoys all of this because it's well deserved. And I'm going to read a poem from Elizabeth's book called The Prayer, and it's on page 23. That just touched me, and that's why I want to read it. Teach me to be an inspiration, a guiding star in the dark sky with no suits and magic powers. The world craves peace and justice. I want to deliver to their doorsteps. Put a smile on the faces of the majority and be a difference. Teach me to be kind. Help me find my sacrificial spirit, that I should never die, even when my soul bids goodbye. The prayer.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Mom Carol. I'm so happy that you made it. I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Ma'am Lisa, you are muted. Yes.
I noticed that. Whoops. All right, and this is Cheryl J. Jackson and her sister Loris Wallace's latest book, Sisters Rock and Rhyme, Poems in the Key of Life. And her book and Elizabeth's book came out close to the same time, and we see them often both side by side in the Amazon page. So it's wonderful to see my favorite peoples up there to doing that. Okay, let's see who's the next person. It is Ruth Hausman. Okay, Ruth. And you have to unmute. There we go.
Oh, you got me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wonderful. Elizabeth, I love you. I have a heart that I found the other day. I don't know if you can see this. It's a stone. And I put it in on this poem because I asked you, which poem would you like me to read? But before this, I want to say how I met you, and it was through Guardians of the Quill. People were celebrating you, and I said, who is this wonderful, wonderful poet? And I realized I know you because you're writing poems here, and I love them. And getting tremendous words was just a tremendous gift for me. And I can't wait to get your next book, which I will be ordering. The only reason I couldn't is my credit card had an issue. Stupid thing, which you don't need to know, but it works. And I'm going to be there. I'm listening to these poems and I'm falling in love all over again. These are poems that need to be read and reread. They're so beautiful. These readers, everyone who loves you, are loving you for a deep reason. Knowing you is a gift. You are an amazing young poet, a sweet 16 for sure. And you're going to keep flying. You have the most beautiful wings, the most beautiful heart. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
You're wonderful. You just are. This is the poem. Remember, Mama. You were but a baby with the softest curly hair and big brown eyes that lit up our world. Your cutest smiles would always melt my heart. 4 tiny teeth gracing your pink gums. All you could say was, Mama, even when we lost her in an accident downtown. Do you remember her cuddles that would soothe you? Her melodic voice singing sweet lullabies to lull you to sleep, give you comfort? Her tender touch when she held you, her deep concern when you gave a little cry. One thing that made her smile was knowing you were all right. I'll keep these memories untainted, save her photos, tell you stories of her bravery as you grow older. For you were Mama's sweetheart, the only one she called sunshine. What a beautiful poem, honestly. I read it to my sister this morning and she was almost in tears. She said how beautiful, how poignant. I'm longing to share your books with my sister who is here visiting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mom Ruth. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for being here today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Ruth. That's beautiful reading. Carrie Marzok, you're next. You'll need to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. It's my pleasure to be here this morning. Thank you so much for asking me and inviting me. I first met Elizabeth, I guess maybe not quite a year ago or close to a year ago, through Robert Bradley, a good friend of mine. And we at Wildfire Publications, myself, and the president, Susan Joyner-Stumpf, who sadly couldn't be here. She's very sad that she couldn't be here, but she's just not feeling too good right now. We were lucky enough to publish her book, Tremendous Words, and I was fortunate enough to edit the book, so I got a chance to read it before anybody else. And except for Elizabeth, of course, because she wrote them. And you know, I myself started writing when I was 7, 8 years old, as did Susan. So I've been writing for 70 years. Excuse my age. And so it just gratifies me and makes me so thrilled and happy to see such young talent that Elizabeth and others have that are going to carry this spoken word that we've been working on all these years and many, many years before us. And we know it's in great hands going forward. If you don't mind, because Susan couldn't be here, I'm going to just read 2 poems. They're both short, one for me and one for Susan.
That's fine.
So the first poem I'm going to read is titled Without Goodbye. And at the top of the page, she has, Dear Reader, without goodbye tells the tale of friendship, exploring the promises made from love and the pain of loss. Please enjoy the poem, Without Goodbye. You alone had wiped my tears, gave me reasons to smile with no fear. You were my world, the one I loved farther beyond the moon. Precious memories were made, kept my days sunshiny and good. Your face was what I loved to behold. I'd adorn them with my kisses and hold you so close. I always dream that we grow old, craving for one another's growth, cherishing our children and household as we stay forever young at heart. I'm grieved for you were stolen away with no words to part. Your promise now forfeited. I'm lost without you by my side. When I stare up at the night sky, I crave to see your face and hear you say goodbye. If wishes were horses, they'll forever be mine. And the one I chose to read for Susan is titled, I Am Proud of Who I Am. Dear reader, this is a special poem dedicated to all women around the world, especially my friends, mentors, and role models on the online literary scene who keep standing tall against all odds. I am proud of who I am. Integrity radiates off my being, a strong determinant of my actions. This earns me respect from places least expected. You needn't find me begging to belong. I would not kiss your feet to blend into your crowd. No, for I am who I am, a special soul compared to no other. When I stand tall, chin out, shoulders high, determination burning in my mind. None will halt my passion nor burn out my vision. Even at night, I'll see far beyond my nose, as the darkness shall not hinder me to attain all my aims. This is what I am, a Wonder Woman of our time. And she is a Wonder Woman. At 16, that's pretty damn good. You know, love
Thank you
you.
so much, Mom Terry. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm sad that Ma'am Susan couldn't make it, but you read that lovely poem, which I dedicated to every of my friends, every woman around the literary world. And you read the book poem so beautifully. I really appreciate this. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. I can't wait for your next book.
Thank you, Carrie. That was beautiful reading. On the cover of Tremendous Words, I've been smitten by this cover for Tremendous Words. And I saw, Elizabeth, did you design this? Did you do everything on the cover?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
But I received suggestions from also Robert Bradley. He suggested that I use a purple scarf perhaps, and then because I couldn't get a purple scarf, I had to improvise, and I got a purple rose, and I had that red flower. So I think it came out well.
Well, it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I also noticed that there are several people that I know who have written inside different
Yes.
reviews. Of the book, I see that we have a foreword, of course, that Robert wrote, and that Zan wrote a review, and you have several others, Safraz and some people that I recognize in the book that have written reviews. Kay has written something. So wow, that's a lot of love you got wrapped up in this book.
And there's a blog from the publisher at the back here, Ma'am
Yes,
Susan.
there's the back cover as
Thank
well
you so
from
much.
Susan Joyner. So wow, that's beautiful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful to have that kind of support. Gurpreet, you're next.
Ma'am Gorgeous, are you there?
Hello. Hi. Hi,
Hello.
Elizabeth. How are you? Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you
You're
so
such a
much.
you're a teenage sensation. And
Thank
that's
you.
you're such a brilliant literary artist and so proud of you. And
Thank
thank you
you.
for inviting me. And thank you for your love and prayers. And I love this poem which you selected for me. Thank you so much. It's such a beautiful poem.
It's my pleasure.
And poem is Priceless Mother. Priceless Mother. And poem goes like this. I could dress you up in such a gorgeous quinceanera. Have you wear the fanciest jewelries? What our way into the night? Your elegant shoes giving a beat of their own. I could serve you tasty cuisines, French, Italian, all your favorite. Grace your room with loveliest flowers every hour. Yet my heart knows you're worth more, for each time you wipe my tears, for ushering me to the world, for being my loyal friend. I have every reason to make you smile. My riches couldn't repay your love. All I wanted to make you smile forever till darkness takes you up. Oh, that's beautiful poem. And congratulations to your parents and
Thank you.
to you. I'm so proud of you, really proud of you. I wish I had daughter like you.
Oh, I am your daughter, and you're my mother figure. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
And
being
I'm
here
thankful to
today.
Robert for introducing you to me. And I love your smile. keep on smiling and giving us more beautiful work to read.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
many more books. You'll make Guinness World Record, I think. You will.
Wow, that's lovely. Thank
Proud
you.
of you. Okay, thank you so much. Love you. Love you so much.
Thank you, Gurjeet. That was a beautiful reading. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Be sure, everybody, to write something in the chat. I don't see everybody in there yet, so be sure to write something in there. Okay, Elizabeth. What can we say about Elizabeth that we haven't already said? Amazing, wonderful, prolific, beautiful, inside and out. A future star? No, a star today. I can only hope to know what in the world's going to happen next. I
Wow.
don't know. I just don't know, but I'm just glad that we're part of the ride. And I hope that you have nothing but wonderful things come from this. And I'm sure you will. Elizabeth, it's your stage.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm overwhelmed right now. There's been so much love in this room, and I feel like everybody's right here with me. Thank you so much for coming here, everybody. I would like to start by thanking my first mentor on the literary scene because I have so many mentors from across the world, and they've shown me so much love. But my first mentor was Miss Sharon Timmerman. Jill, they used to do first events in 6 months, and I am so grateful. And well, I feel special that it's my event. And thank you so much for making our time to be here today. And most especially, you have always stood by me. You've always shown me love and support. Thank you so much. My heart is filled. And I would like to go on to thank Mom Janetta Bernardo Jones. Thank you so much for being here today and for always loving me. I also want to appreciate Madam Carol J. Jackson. I understand that today was a really special day for you, and for the fact that you made up time for me, it means a lot to me. Thank you very much. And to Mr. Robert Bradley, I am so grateful that you got to be here. I know that you're just taking the time to heal, and it means a lot to me that you're here with me today. And to Mom Kate Bradley, thank you so much for coming and for reading my poem. Thank you so much for loving me. And I also want to appreciate Madam Ruth Hausman. Thank you so much for making time today. I know how busy you were, but you dedicated time and against all here today. I also want to thank Mr. Safar Ahmed from the United Kingdom. He's the only one from the United Kingdom. Okay, thank you so much for being here today, sir. I feel so special to have you in the room. Thank you. Wow, you got your book. Wow, thank you so much for being here today, for reading my poem. And I want to appreciate my family, my dad, my mom, my siblings. Thank you so much for always loving me. Because without you, well, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you so much. So before I read anything, I would like to talk about this book. You see, this book, The Beauty of Words, here is published by Madame Lisa Tomizon-Develd, the organizer of the event, and she's an amazing publisher. She's the founder of Prolific Pulse Press LLC, and she did a brilliant job. This was not the initial cover that I designed for The Beauty of Words, but when I showed her what I got, and she said, she challenged me anyway. She wanted me to give another design, and I'm grateful that she challenged me because that was when I came up with this cover, and it seems so lovely. Thank you so much, Mom Lisa. And in this book, we have an amazing review from Madam Carol J. Jackson, and we have the foreword written by Mr. Safraz Ahmed, and it just gave life to the book. And here at the back, we have a brilliant blog, a detailed blog written by my mentor, Jill Sharon Kimmelman. So this book is filled with love. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed to this book. And then here with me is Tremendous Words. I am grateful to Wildfire Publications LLC for bringing this book to life, most especially my mentor, author Robert Bradley, who encouraged me to write this poem. I hadn't intended, I was not ready to write any poetry book because this was what I had in mind. But then he said I could do something. And so I went ahead and I wrote this, and he got me an early slot with Wildfire Publications LLC, and this book was published. And Madam Susan Joyner Tom, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, she did an amazing job. She wrote the back of the blog. It's lovely. And then in the book, we have a foreword written by Mr. Robert Bradley. And then we have a lovely interior review by the amazing Madam Zanetta Vanada Jones from Colorado. I love that review. And then we have testimonials from many people in the book: Abigail Wild, Eva Marian Kagli, Gavin Prinsloo, Nura Salam, Stephen Alexander North, Richard Day, Lamore, Safraz Ahmed, Kay Bradley, Jeremy Denhelder, Carl Butler, and Madam Gurjit Kaur. So this book is one amazing book, and I'm so grateful. I appreciate everybody who contributed to this book. The love is overwhelming. I'm shaking right now. This has been an amazing event, and the love has filled my heart. Thank you so much for being there for me always. So I will not waste any more time. I'll go ahead and I'll read from The Beauty of Words. I'm going to read this poem titled Meeting a Poet. I was contemplating what poem to read, and then when I chatted with Madame Dan Jones, she said, I could actually read Meeting a Poet. And then I said, okay, I'll read that because I had so many choices. So, Meeting a Poet. I imagine, oh, sorry, you can actually turn to page 81 to read this poem with me. Meeting a Poet. I emerged from the glorious August in the south of my country, in a season so cold, full of poetic license, 10 and 6 years ago, though I never knew, not after a decade or so, when I blessed my paper with ink, and it was not so bad for a humble beginning. Poetry, I say, is song-like and filled to the brim with unimaginable beauty that lies deep in the poem. I adore poetry and worship literature wholeheartedly. I was born a poet, a lover of music and books. I am called Elizabeth, and I am born to be a star. Okay, so thank you
Yes.
so much. So I chose another poem from the book. It's titled "I Will Reach for the Stars." And so this poem, sorry, has a special meaning because I wrote it when I felt a bit down. Not everybody has been encouraging. That's true. You know, everybody. Some people will support you and others wouldn't. But I am so grateful that everybody in this room has been so supportive. That means a lot to me. And so I wrote this poem. It's an expression from my heart. It says, "I will reach for the stars." The laugh behind my back is obvious. I hear their sneakers, see the mockery in their eyes. They think my dreams are what they laugh, think the stars are beyond my reach. They think all that matters is their riches, with which they can buy their wishes, with no dignity for humanity, but with greed and the zeal to cheat. It is my sole desire not to retire till I reach for the stars to prove that I am a born star. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody here. I love you all. Thank you for loving me, for supporting me, because you have been pushing me on through this journey. It has been an amazing. I started writing when I was 8 years old, and it was not poetry; it was prose. And then I started writing poetry when I was about 10 years old, and I met Jill, and the rest is history, beautiful history, because you all have painted my world an amazing, brilliant color. Love to my family, love to my dad, to my mom, to my sisters, Emerald, Excellence, and my brother, Everett, and to all my mentors, my role models, my friends, my publishers. Thank you so much for loving me and for giving me a reason to reach for the stars.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That's beautiful. I would like everybody to open up their mics and just give a round of applause to Elizabeth to celebrate her new book and to celebrate everyone here. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming to this book launch. It was tremendously wonderful. You have the both books or one book, hold it up.
Uh-oh.
So we can get a good screenshot.
What?
You all have a wonderful rest of your day.
Congratulations again. This was fabulous. Fabulous.
Yes. It is. Thank you so much, Mom Zan. I'm so happy. I'm on cloud nine.
Elizabeth, this has been great. This has been amazing. I love these book launches.
Yes.
I just love them. I think we should do this on a regular basis, even when there's no book to be launched. and share some great poetry. And Lisa, you know, we love you. We love you 100%. You bring us all together. And I thank you for your support. I think you're supporting all of us. Whether you are publishing us, whether you are wherever you're doing, you're the light that shines on us. So thank you very much. So bless you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Lisa. We're going to have to clone you soon.
We want more.
I cannot publish all the books, but I appreciate when other people publish great books. And so they did a beautiful job on Tremendous Words. So I'm glad to share that joy and that celebration today. I'm kind of particular about who I sit beside in the book realm of things. So it had to be a tremendous book in order for me to allow it. And I'm grateful that we collaborated on this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mom Lisa. I felt really grateful when you accepted to launch the book. So thank you so much. This is a precious gift.
Thank you.
Well, Elizabeth, I loved every poem in The Beauty of Words that you would write something at the beginning of the poem. And when you say, please enjoy the poem, it felt like you were sitting across the table. I love that. Please enjoy the poem. Keep doing that.
I think, Azad, I'm just going to add something to that. When I was very fortunate to get an early copy of the book because of the foreword. And one thing that got me was exactly what Elizabeth was saying, which was, dear reader. I never ever saw that in my life where you are speaking to the reader. Dear reader, come into my world, come embrace these beautiful poems. I still can't believe that Elizabeth's the age that she is and the maturity. She's wiser than her years. Her poems I've read to people and I've shared, and I absolutely some of them brings ashy tears to my eyes, and I'm overwhelmed. So I'm just excited. I love to have these kind of books. I love Elizabeth's books. So congratulations.
Thank you.
If I can, I might add. I think part of the amazing depth that you bring, Elizabeth, is through your animation, is through the sparkle in your eyes, and I would encourage you to do more of the videos. No, seriously, I think we live in a day of connecting, and when you have the visual elements and you see the animation and the joy, you can't fake joy. You can't fake it, I don't believe. And you see it come out of your eyes when you read is amazing. It's amazing. So I think at your venue, reading your poetry.
Thank you so much.
You're actually just on the back of that. I think you're an amazing interviewer. I think when you interviewed me, I think we got so many. Yeah, on the video when you.
About to say something.
Okay. Yeah.
I just wanted to add. Elizabeth, if you come to Virginia, you've got a place at our house anytime. You are part of our family. And we would love to have you come and visit with us anytime you have a chance.
Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you. This love is overwhelming. I have family, I have mother figures, father figures, grandmother figures all around the world. It's really an overwhelming experience. Daddy, are you there? I don't think you can hear me now. Daddy, are you there?
I think he's trying to get connected to the audio.
Yeah, I think so. Can you excuse me for a minute? I want to go and help him sort that out. I think he wants to say something. Okay, okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm having a lot of network issue. Well, I want to say I appreciate you all. I've been trying to reach a pass message across to everyone, but the network has been bad. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for supporting my daughter. And I want to say my family, entire family appreciates you. And I'm really happy about this. Thank you to Mr. Mr. Robert, Mr. Ahmed, J.R. Kimmelman, and Mr. Okay, I'm Gabriel, Madam K. Bradley, Sarah, who talked about Madam John, Madam Kerry, and all of you are happy to have all of you and everyone. Family and happy that you get celebration. Thank you all for attending this lovely Thank you all.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you all.